Hello folks, LA here. This is weekly report doing on the 10th, 4th of 10th, and what did we get last week? A little bit to the upside. Nothing huge, but certainly a continuation of what we've seen. Bitcoin down. Gold was up pretty good. What was really interesting to me is mega caps really failed to produce a big move to the upside. So you got gains here, but not there. At least these weren't driving the action. On the technical side here, indexes are pushing for a breakout. We've got this, well, we had the decline, right? Got this stutter step stuff going on here, and then a big spike up that just grinds higher, going after a swing point high. You got another breakdown bar high there and another swing point high there. Now, this week is CPI, PPI. We could certainly get some sort of move back into this consolidation, range, where support is. But if we get good numbers, don't be surprised to see this thing try to just jump to the highs. If we look at the NASDAQ, you got almost the exact same setup. If you go to the NDX, again, almost the same setup, just a little bit lower in terms of price points, and the Russell even lower in terms of price points. But again, same setup. As we looked at last week, the sectors all look pretty good. If we look at the weighted trends, the weighted trends are showing us the numbers are coming down in terms of the ones that are bearish. Bullish ones are trending higher. To get to something extended, it's going to be way up here, so you got a long way to go still. So again, we've got good backdrop there. If we look at just accounts themselves, they can go farther. The issue this week is going to be inflation. Realize that we've already got numbers showing us the economy slowing, the unemployment is increasing. This has been the thorn in the back of the market. Rates are up here. They're sitting at 4.5% on the 10-year. They don't want to come down. They got as high as about 4.8. If inflation goes up, this is going to go up and the market's going to take a hit. If it comes down, starts down again, the market's going to love it. The market's going to rally. Rates going to come down. It's probably that simple this week. Fundamental side, last week, a lot of Fed speak. They basically said the same thing they've been saying, higher for longer. And what Powell has started saying lately is that more than likely the next move is going to be lower, not higher. Earnings, mostly they beat, but they really haven't helped the indexes. Next week, big things are these two, CPI and PPI. Powell's going to speak on Tuesday. You got retail sales here, and you got the European CPI. Fed speak, earnings, I just doubt they make much difference. What are we looking at in terms of the bottom line? We got a congruent picture daily sideways now. That's what we were saying. We need congruency. They're all of them has said what was down is sideways at worst, potentially up. And they're trying to do this now. The issue is, can you restart that uptrend, with a breakout on the bullish, turning bullish on the dailies, and then the weeklies restart as well. Odds favorite, probably fairly soon. If you remember, we got about 2 weeks left on the MTTFs, suggesting that we're going to get a break or a move to break trend one way or the other, and it looks like it's going to be up. Big numbers this week, PPI, CPI. That's probably going to accentuate the move. I'm going to let you read this. Basically, it's a little bit of history. I'm a history buff, among other things. It's kind of interesting, so take a look at it if you want. It just has to do with China and a fateful decision that they made in the 15th century that changed the shape of history. We got returns down a bit this week. We got hit on Americ and the Bitcoin. Tesla we added this week. Again, still just pushing up the exposure here on the expected breakout. 86% now. Probably room for one more if and when we get the breakout. Weekly projections. I think you got to put a wide range in this week. You're sitting here, you got about 100 points to the upside and the downside. It can go either way. That's it for this week. Have a great one. Stay safe. I'll see you next time.